My beautiful girls and my handsome boys, welcome back again to your favorite astrology channel, the one and only Jubiman Astrology. So, yes, I am back again. Sorry for this delay, but I got stuck somewhere, due to which I was not even able to create the Jupiter transit video. I have to create it, but I'm sorry for that. Yeah, unfortunately I missed this. But today we are going to talk about the fortune, your luck, your bhagya. Okay, so how and what you can see about your bhagya, your fortune, your luck. Okay, maybe what are the things that you can see regarding your luck, how you can feel lucky, what are the things that you can do in your life that maybe support you for your luck. We are going to see that.
I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also. Now guys,
many people who, whenever they would like to visit astrologer, even I get many time questions regarding that or even when you tell someone that you are an astrologer, they're like, hey, how's my luck? Can you tell me like which things favor me? Can you tell me which professions favor me? Can you tell me what are the things, what are the field in the life where I could be lucky? How is my luck? So many people have that question. So today in this video I try to answer those questions, and I try to discuss that the things regarding your luck. Okay, many people even ask like what is the age when I feel like my luck get activated, when my efforts is going to pay off to me, and what could be the things that I could do. So today my goal is also to discuss the your bhagya related thing in your chart, and also especially the ninth house and its placement and planets, all that things. I would like to discuss some things regarding that, because I personally feel that luck is of course important, our hard work is important, but again, until luck doesn't support you, things doesn't work well. So yeah, that's what my plan is today, to discuss ninth house, or I can say the bhagya related things in your life. We are going to talk about your ninth lord. Okay, the ninth lord of your D1 Lagna chart, okay, of your kundli, your ascendant, aka Lagna. You just have to open your chart. Okay, I'm repeating again, what you have to do, just you have to open your chart, and you just have to see that the ninth house of your chart, which number is there at the ninth house of your chart. So what I'm going to do to make it simplified for you, to make it easy for you, I just show on the screen the ninth house of different ascendants. Okay, I try to do that, or even I would like to pronounce it now so that it's going to be easy for all of you. So if you are an Aries ascendant, right, so your ninth house will have the Sagittarius sign. So if you are an Aries ascendant, then your ninth house have Sagittarius sign, so your ninth lord become Jupiter. Okay, if you are a Taurus ascendant, then your ninth house will have the sign of Capricorn, so your ascendant become your ninth lord becomes Saturn, right? If you are a Gemini ascendant, in that case your ninth lord become your ninth house has the sign of Aquarius, and your ninth lord become Saturn. Okay, then if you are a Cancer ascendant, in that case your ninth house has the sign of Pisces, and your seventh lord becomes Jupiter. Okay, if you are a Leo ascendant, in that case your ninth house has the sign of Aries, and for you your ninth lord become Mars. If you are a Virgo ascendant, in that case your ninth house has the sign of Taurus, and for you your ninth lord, your bhagya lord become Venus. If you are a Libra ascendant, in that case your ninth house has the sign of Gemini, and for you your ninth lord become Mercury. If you are a Scorpio ascendant, in that case your ninth house have the sign of this Cancer, and your ninth lord become Moon, since your ninth house has this sign of Kark Rashi, or I can say the Cancer sign. So your ninth lord become Moon. If you are a Sagittarius ascendant, in that case your ninth house has the sign of Leo, so your ninth lord becomes Sun, right? If you are a Capricorn ascendant, in that case your ninth house has the sign of Virgo, so your ninth lord become Mercury. If you are an Aquarius ascendant, so your ninth house has the sign of Libra, so your ninth lord become Venus. If you are finally a Pisces ascendant, in that case your ninth house has the sign of this Scorpio, and your ninth lord become Mars. So that's how things go for all the ascendant. Okay, so I try to make things as simplified or as easy as I can. Now let's move forward. Now what you have to do, now all of you as per your ascendant know your ninth lord. So now what I want you to do, so let's say I have already told you, like you can see as per your ascendants. So let's say in your ninth house, the people who have Mars sign, okay, the sign which is ruled by Mars, which is Aries or Scorpio. So if we see that for those ascendant who have in the ninth house number 1 or the number 8, so you have to check that which planet are there in, which houses, which sign is there in your ninth house. So let's say you have number 1 in the ninth house, or you have number 8. So in that case, what's going to happen? So 1 in your ninth house, or you have number 8 in your in your ninth house. In that case, what's going to happen is that Mars become your ninth lord. Mars become the ruler of your fortune, your bhagya, your luck. And let's say this Mars is well placed somewhere. Okay, let's say this Mars is placed in your ninth house itself. Let's say this Mars is placed in the Kendra or the Trikon houses especially. Okay, because if let's say this ninth lord is placed in the 10th house, in the Lagna, or another Trikon, if it's placed in the Kendra, then it's a RashiWho as well. Kendra Trikon RashiWho. Ninth lord in the 10th house, good for the career. It's a RashiWho. So let's say it's placed in the Kendra Trikon. Let's say it's somewhere well placed, for an example. And of course there are so many conditions like aspected by benefics or something like that, but as of now just we try to keep it simple. Let's say it is placed somewhere in a good position. Then it may possible that if you have such favorable placement, that maybe your luck could support you in the fields which are related to the Mars, like for an example land, real estate. So you will see if you have such placement, so maybe when you start to do things related to such thing like land, real estate, your luck start to supports you. There are high chances of that. Okay, although of course you have to see a lot of other factors, like what overall chart is inclined, where the planets in the second house, their placement, aspect on the Lagna, ascendant lord, 10th lord, a lot of things. But today we are talking about the fortune, so that's why I try to discuss that. So if again, I'm repeating again, if your ninth lord is well placed and it's Mars, so which means that you have sign of Aries or Scorpio in the ninth house. So in this case, it may possible, there is a good chance that you get benefits, your luck supports you when you do work related to maybe land, real estate or something like that. Now if let's say for an example Mars is sitting in the ninth house, let's say for an example Mars is sitting in the ninth house, then it may also possible if somehow Saturn Jupiter involvement is also there, and let's say just say that Mars in the ninth house, so maybe uh, you know, it may possible that you could also excel in the field of law. Okay, in the field of law, that may also possible. Also, you will notice that with such placement of Mars in the 9th house, in many cases this could also make you a good salesperson, a person in the marketing kind of a stuff, a good salesman. Okay, because by sitting in the 9th house, it's going to aspect the 3rd house with its 7th aspect, right? So it's going to be like a it make you good in such field also. So you will also see that. Now see, if let's say for an example, again you have 1 or 8 number in your 9th house, in the Bhagya house and the Fortune house, and let's say at the same time you have some combination of learning these mystical sciences as like astrology, Vastu Shastra, palmistry, and all these mystic sciences, you know, these vidyas. So it may also possible that this Mars, or I can say this ruler, because your 9th house has the Aries and the Scorpio, so the ruler Mars may also give you success in the field of Vastu Shastra, you know, because it is related to again the land and home and all that kind of stuff. So you may also notice that people who have such placements, their 9th lord is Mars. So if they have other combinations, so maybe let's say for an example, you are doing astrology, you are not getting success, but as soon as you learn Vastu Shastra, you start to do that, maybe you see more success. Okay, because your luck start to supports you. So that may also possible with such placement. Or maybe if let's say other placements are making good yogas, you know, so maybe something to do with real estate. And let's say at the same time, if there is some Raj yogas are forming and good Dhani yogas are also there, and somehow if career is also inclined towards such path, and then you do this work, then it's going to be an exceptional results, because then it shows that not only the Bhagya is going to support in this direction, but person's destiny and his karma is also related to this direction. So yeah, there is two scenario. One person is doing a job, but he have this 1 or 8 number in his 9th house. So he listened to this video, he started to and he have good yoga, started to invest in the property, etc. He have side by side good gains. But on the other hand, a person have good yogas in his chart, in which his career is also showing, his or her career, sorry, is also showing that towards like the real estate, or you know, vastu or something, and his bhagya is also supporting, having the number 1 or 8 in the 9th house. Then this person, his or her, if do like this kind of a work, then not only their career is going in that direction, but also their bhagya is supporting. So in that way they will get a massive success. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. But still, with this you get a good idea that yes, these are the fields, you know, in which I could get a success, right? You may also see that, you know, Mars, whenever Mars age is there, so 28. In fact, I would like to tell you, yesterday I got you know, this crazy, like in India there's thing like manglik kind of a thing in marriage they always see, and it's important also while doing matchmaking to see manglik and non-manglik kind of stuff to match the energies of the chart of the boy and girl. So there was a person, the boy's mother, you know, she was talking and she's saying that someone told me that after 28 he is manglik, but after 28 Mars energy is gone. This is so funny. I mean, like some people assume that, because what is generally said that if a person is mangling after 28, its energy goes down once you turn 28, but in reality it's still there, it's not going anywhere. But yeah, at the 28 you will see that Mars is like at its peak, or I can say give maximum effect, but after that it's going to slow down. That is why it's generally said. So yeah, but what I'm trying to tell you is that if you have such placements in the 9th house Aries, or like Scorpio, which means your 9th lord is Mars, so there's a good possibility that your luck, okay, is going to I would say started to support you. Your bhagya uday, okay, is going to happen after 28. Okay, so let's say till 28 you struggle more, you have to do small works, but as soon as you turn 28, if you have such placement, maybe you will start to see a good thing in your career, a good success in your life. So that could possible. This is all about this Mars, right? Now let's say that in your ninth house you have 3 number or you have 6 number, which means in your ninth house you have Gemini sign or the Virgo sign. So I will show on the screen ascendants as per that which ascendant you become, because you become certain ascendant according to that you have Gemini sign in the ninth house or the Virgo sign in the ninth house. So if you have in the ninth house you have 3 number written or you have 6 number written, then what's going to happen? Let's discuss that. If for you your ninth lord become Mercury, like of course if you have sign of Virgo or Gemini in the ninth house, which means 6 number or 3 number in the ninth house, then your lord become, your ninth lord become, your Bhagya lord become, your fortune lord become Mercury. So if Mercury become your fortune lord, so what's going to happen? In such case, and let's say that this ninth lord is sitting somewhere in good position in your chart, again in the Kendra or the Trikonas, because Kendra is like 1, 4, 7, 10 houses, Trikonas are like 1, 5, 9. So if it sit in the Kendra Trikona, again I will repeat again that if ninth lord sit into the Kendras, it's a Raj Yoga, Kendra Trikona Raj Yoga, Lakshmi Narayan Yoga is a good yoga, So Kendra Trikona, because yogas, Raj Yogas are very good. I've seen good results, again and again. If Kendra Trikona Raj Yogas are there in their Dasha Antar Dasha, they give very good results because they are Raj Yogas of Kendra Trikona. Like for example, connection of 9th and 10th lord, 9th lord in the 10th, 10th in the 9th. They have other things as well, but or even this ninth lord Mercury plays in a very good position, so you will see good results. And what kind of that? And yeah, one more thing I would like to add, even Mercury is is considered good even in the 6th and the 3rd house as well, right? So even if along with the Kendra Trikona, if Mercury sit to some extent in the 6th house or in the 3rd house, then also it gives good results. So if such placements are there in your chart and your ninth house has this 3 or 6 number, which means Virgo or Gemini or Virgo, then maybe you will see that your Bhagya, your luck will support you, your fortune will support you in the field related to maybe sales, media, marketing, communication, online influencers, YouTubers, influencers, CA, okay, auditors, writers, even to some extent you can also say law and something to do with medicines also, because 6th house has the energy of that medicine also. And naturally in the Kalpurusha Kundli, the Virgo sign fall in the 6th house, and 6th house, as you know, it's like the enemy or diseases as well. So something to do with the medicine doctor field can also be seen. So maybe you will see that if you have such placement like the sign of Virgo or Gemini, 3 or 6 number, 6 or 3 number in the 9th house, so maybe in such fields, like for an example, you can be a good CA, you can be a good doctor, or something to do with the medical field, auditing field, maybe the communication field, online influencer, a good salesman, an excellent salesman. Even in sales, people make so much huge money, they become millionaires or billionaires or something, they have a huge money in that as well. So in such field also you will try, you will see your luck will support you. Okay, now with such fortune, you will see that you will somehow earn money through your your voice, your communication, your speech. Or I could say you should try to do that, because of course everyone speak and all that, but for such professions voice become important. Like for an example, right now I'm using my voice, right, to communicate here. So this is also again the same kind of a field, so any of these field, even in today's field, you can say podcast, the podcast kind of a thing is also connected with this. Maybe your fortune is in doing podcasts, so that could also possible. Now one thing I would like to advise, please don't do this that you just in this video and you are like, okay, I have to do this. No, this is an indicator. This is the thing that along with the other energy of the chart, what are the things that you should combine maybe, okay, or what are the other thing that you can see that yes, if I am doing this career, but if I gonna try this ninth lord related things, maybe my luck start to support me, right? So that could be possible. So for an example, let's say your career path and your luck path is different. So what you can try, let's say you have this similar placement and you're doing some kind of a career, you are having an offline store, and you are like the traditional person who still believe that I just want this online stuff, or I don't want this online stuff. So maybe if you have this placement of like the fortune lord as Mercury, so ninth lord as the Mercury, then what you can do, you try to uh, take your work maybe somehow online, social media and all that kind of stuff, okay? So or somehow try to use this Mercury so that you can see that if your luck start to like help you, okay? So yeah, but most of the time you will see that if you try to do something related to that, the luck supports you, because that's what the luck is, right? That's what the ninth lord is, because it's your luck, man. It's like, if especially if it's well placed, somehow connected with the 10th, then yes, it's going to be it's like a home run. So if you do that, it's going to support you. But still, I would like to say that overall chart analysis is required. For that, if you want consultation, links are in the description. But still, with this ninth lord, you get some idea, okay? Now for if we talk about the age for Mercury, if you have sign of Gemini 3 number or the Virgo 6 number in the ninth house, so your ninth lord again I'm seeing become Mercury. So in this case, it is said that if you want to know that when is going to be a Bhagya Uday, my luck supports me. So Mercury age is around 32, so it is said in many places, it's written that 32 is the age of Mercury. So your Bhagya Uday, your fortune will start to support you more once you turn 32, right? So you will see that. This is all about Mercury. Now let's talk about, let's say now if you have in your ninth house you have 2 number or you have 7 number, which means if you have the sign of Taurus in the ninth house or you have the sign of Libra in the ninth house, okay? I will show the ascendant who have this kind of a placement in the screen. So okay, on the screen you can see that. So if you have the sign of Taurus or the sign of Libra in your ninth house, then what's going to happen? Let's discuss that, my beautiful girls and my handsome boys. So in such cases, of course, you know that your ninth lord, your Bhagya lord, your lord of your fortune, your luck, okay, become Venus. So in this case, what do you think? Okay, just wait for a second. When it comes to Venus, what do you think? Especially, if you are a boy, even if you are a girl, what you think when your ninth lord become Venus? Okay, there must be one thing that should become in your mind as soon as you heard that your ninth lord become Venus. Okay, if you have anything in your mind, just comment it. I want you to stop for a second and comment in the comment section whatever coming in your mind, that your luck will start to support you after such thing, when you have Venus. It should be obvious, guys. Come on, if you are listening my videos or anything know about astrology, you should know that, okay? So just stop for a while and comment down in the comment section and write something that your intuition maybe try to, if you can. I want to tell you, if let's say this ninth lord is Venus, okay? So of course Venus represents love, romance, relationship, and if let's say this ninth lord is somehow connected with your seventh lord, let's say it's sitting in the seventh house, seventh ninth has exchange, or ninth lord has some connection with the seventh, it is a very strong possibility that you will see the fortune rise in the luck just when you get married. I have seen so many cases that the person is doing like very poor job, but as soon as he get married, boom, it's like this guy has so many cars and this and that, like things become easy for him. He get like so much business get boom 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 boom, like within the few years. It's like people like he become the richest person in the locality. So like I have seen that again and again in many charts. So you will see that if somehow this ninth lord is making connection with the seventh, or even if it's like in a good position, in many cases that once this person get married, they will see that success in the life success, or I can see the Bhagya Uday, the rise of fortune once they get married, you know. Now for Venus, of course, foreseeing that the luck, where will you support, like where will it supports you, you have to connect the Venus field. But for Venus, you know, if somehow connected with the Kendra Trikon, it's making some good yogas, it's well placed in the chart, then it's going to give you fortune related to the its field. But again, for Venus especially, I would say that you need to see where it is connected, okay, which house it is connected. Let's say for an example, this ninth lord Venus is well placed somewhere, for an example, let's say in which house you will say, if let's say it's in the seventh house well placed, that not only it will give you success after marriage, but, or I can say, not only your luck will start to support you once you get married, but also maybe you will see success in some kind of business, you know. If it's well placed in the second, maybe it's give you something to do with the food, singing, or something in which your speech become important, communication, or even something to do with luxury. Okay, that could possible. In the fourth house, maybe with the cars, vehicles, interior designing kind of stuff. Okay, so all the significations of the Venus and the house, you have to blend them, you have to connect them, and then you will see that yes, these are the Venus related signification, and in these houses it is making a good yoga. So in such placements, you are going to see the success, you know, because Venus also represent luxury, and Venus fields are vast, creativity and all that kind of stuff. If it, let's say, well placed in the fifth house represent creativity, speculation, stock market, film industry, so maybe it give you success in such fields. So for such kind of a placement, you have to connect, you have to blend houses as signs as well as its like Venus karak tattvas, this to understand that yes, these are the fields in which it's going to give you the success, right? Now of course 9th 10th connection is like a Raj Yoga, you know, Kendra Trikon Raj Yogas are there, so of course depending upon other things, it's going to be good. Now let's say if your 10th lord is also somehow making connection with the 9th, then, or somehow I would say that it's showing the same direction your Bhagya Lord Venus is saying, then it's a great placement, I would say, because your career, or I can say your karma, is also showing the same direction your Bhagya is supporting you. The only problem I feel occurred in the case where your 10th Lord, your career is showing other directions and your Bhagya Lord is showing other direction, then it might be sometime become the thing. Then it will become such case like a person is doing a job, but they at the same time he have a I don't know, like maybe a car rental business, a small, you know, maybe a like a fashion business or something like a small which is doing. So you know, then it's like a side by side thing. But if everything, you know, is in one direction in the chart, then when you specially add the karak tattva, even if you are like not doing the things which is related to your 9th lord Venus, then I would like to recommend you that if it's well placed, so you just analyze your chart. Now of course, if you want consultation, links are given in the description, but what you can do is you see that okay, it's placed in this house has this sign, so these are the karak tattvas of Venus, these are the houses karak tattva. You just blend them and you just, you know, draw some conclusion, and you just try to do those things on a small level in your life and then see if it's going to support you. So that's how it works, right? Yeah, one more thing I would like to add in the Venus, that Venus age is considered to be 25. So if your Venus is becoming your 9th lord, so you will see that at the 25th year of your life, your Bhagya will start to support you more. Your fortune will start to support you more. Maybe you start to earn money, or maybe more money from the 25th years of your life. So you will also going to see that. Okay. So this is all about this, you know, Venus related thing. If you have 2 or 7 number in your 9th house. Now let's talk about Jupiter. So if you have 9, which means Sagittarius, or 12, which is Pisces. If you have Sagittarius, Pisces, which means 9 or 12 number in your 9th house, so I will show on the screen that as per that which ascendant you become. So in such case, what's going to happen? Now when Jupiter become your ninth lord, of course, if you have Sagittarius 9 number or Pisces, which is 12, Pisces 12, Sagittarius 9 in the ninth house. So Dev Guru Brihaspati, okay, the most auspicious planet, very good planet, the planet whose blessing is like whose drishti is, whose aspect is considered to be have the Amrit, the great blessings. If the Jupiter's, Dev Guru Brihaspati, which means Jupiter sitting in your ninth house, sorry, is the ruler of your ninth house, since you have Sagittarius or Pisces in the ninth house, so it becomes the Bhagya ruler for you, okay, for your ascendant, or I can say for you. So in this, especially if let's say Jupiter itself is placed in the ninth house, then it's a very good placement. What's like, because they see, you have to see the concept, you have to see this thing. Ninth lord for you become Jupiter, and it is sitting in its own ninth house. It's amazing, it's brilliant. Why? Because by sitting into the ninth house, not only it's sitting in its own house, but also by sitting in its own house, it's going to aspect your lagna. Jupiter's benefic aspect on the lagna is very good, because by the ninth house, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, it's going to aspect your ascendant, aka lagna, with the fifth aspect. It's going to aspect your fifth house as well, which is like Pur Punya Bhava and all that kind of stuff, by its ninth aspect. So your lagna as well as your fifth house both get this aspect of the Jupiter by sitting in the ninth house. So in that way, it becomes very, very good for you. So in such placement, you will see that your luck will support you, maybe in the field of finance, maybe in the field of something to do with religions, maybe in the field of maybe traveling, maybe in the field of giving consultations to others, maybe you give advice to others, maybe people came to take advice from you. Even Jupiter also represent like the management kind of a thing, though that could also possible with such placement. And even you will see that Jupiter has so many significations that in so many work, Jupiter like luck will support you. Why? Because if let's say when we talk about the giving consultation, so you can give consultation in so many fields. You can be a doctor and giving consultation to your clients. You are a lawyer, you are giving consultation. You are an astrologer like me and you are giving consultation. You are a vastu consultant, you are giving consultations. Okay, you are maybe some other kind of advisors who are giving consultations. Okay, so in that way, it's like in so many fields there are chances that your luck is going to support you, along with which I discussed till now in this video. Now if let's say this Jupiter is not even in the ninth house, it is placed anywhere in a good placement, okay, maybe in the Kendra Trikon making some good Raj Yogas, or maybe well placed in some placement, then again it's going to support you with the field that I have discussed till now. And also you will see that especially when ninth lord become connected to the what I have seen with the 10th lord, it's a very good Raj Yoga, ninth lord 10th lord connection, very good for the career wise. Let's say if this ninth lord Jupiter for you guys, it's connected with the first house, or let's say it's placed in the ascendant, ninth lord in the first house, Kendra Trikon Raj Yoga, again it shows that luck is going to support you throughout the life. No matter what you do, no matter in which thing you just put efforts, you are going to get good results. You are going to get support of your luck. Some people want, yeah, you won't believe it, but some people want. Some people put so many efforts but still they didn't get it. But for you guys, if you have such a placement of ninth lord in the first house, it's great. It's a great Raj Yoga. And for the like Jupiter in the first house, again good, but ninth lord Jupiter in the first house, excellent. Okay, but here's the thing, if you have this placement, you think that I shouldn't have to do anything, then you are going to be wrong, my boys and girls, right? You're gonna have to put the efforts. You should understand that with the ninth lord Jupiter in the first house, luck is going to support you whatever you are going to do, but it also wants you to put efforts. It's not like that you don't put efforts, right? Although even I say that in many cases you are going to get benefit of the luck anyway, but you must have to put efforts, for the thing that you have to do. But for you, the things is going to be easy, with such placement. You see that ninth lord in the Kendra Trikona is considered to be good, okay, because it makes the Raj Yoga, especially with the Kendras, right? So you will see that. And again I say that this thing, that if somehow the career lord and the bhagya lord are showing same kind of a direction, okay, then it's going to be an excellent thing, because then not only you can be into a career, but also you can blend, you know, all the things into the same field in which you want to go, and then you are going to get very good result, you know, and the support of your career as well. So yeah, for that, if you want to see more things, you know, of course, I repeat again, you have to see a lot of other things as well. For that, full horoscope consultation is required. Links are given in the description. You can purchase that as well, right? Now, as per, if we talk about the age, Jupiter is considered to be have the like the 16 years, like, you know. So when you turn 16 of your age, you will start to see that if you have good placement of Jupiter, so Jupiter is going to start to support you, because Jupiter matures at the age of 16. So after 16, Jupiter start to you know, supports you in your life. That's why I considered it more lucky, because it's like an early age, right, kind of a success. Now again, I repeat again, you have to see overall chart, because you will see many people with such placement, they start to have early success, okay, because maybe they have this good placement, and maybe Saturn or any other malefics are not creating any hindrance in this good yogas. But if, let's say, Saturn etc is delaying these yogas, then of course you will see delays, right? So of course, for that, full horoscope consultation is required. Links are given in the description. So this is all about Jupiter, guys. Now let's talk about our next. If, let's say, you have like the 4 number sign in your 9th house, okay, you have simply one sign, because 4 number sign is the Cancer sign, the Kark Rashi. Its ruler is Saturn. Oh, sorry, its ruler is Moon. Okay, its ruler is Moon. So if you have the Cancer sign, the number 4 sign in your 9th house, then your Bhagya Lord, your Fortune Lord, your luck Lord is Moon. Okay, so what's going to happen in such case, you know? Now let's say you have this thing that in your 9th house you have Cancer sign, and your 9th lord is Moon, and this placement of this Moon now is very good. Again, maybe in the Kendras, maybe in the Trikonas, maybe well placed, maybe even in the 9th house in its own sign. Then what you are going to see, then it's a very good placement. Okay, so you see that you will do good, or I can see your luck will support you in the things which are related to the Moon, like for an example food, for an example traveling, something to do with water, liquids, water sports, or anything like that, depending upon other placement, you will see that. And now let's say this 9th lord is sitting into the 7th house for you, okay, and if you have Moon in the 9th house, sorry, if you have Cancer sign in the 9th house, then in your 7th house you will have the sign of Taurus. And if Moon sit into the 7th house, being the ruler of the 9th house, being the ruler of your fortune, then what's going to happen is that it make you a lucky person in like extremely, because especially related to the marriage kind of a thing, because first of all, Moon get exalted there in the sign of Taurus in the 7th house, and this, like, so it show that it's good for the money. At the same time, once you get married, your luck is going to activate in a very good way in such placement, because it's once you get married, you know, or I can say marriage or relationship is going to be very good for you, if again the conditions are there that other planets, malefic etc are not destroying these yogas. Okay, for that, full horoscope consultations are required. Links are given in the description. But still, like with such placement, one thing is seen that again and again, that once this person get married, his luck or his or her luck will activate, you know, or luck start to support them, or as we say in Hindi, you know, they will have a bhagya uday. And then even if, let's say, it's placed in other placements where it is well placed, so again you just blend the things, you just connect the karak tattva of Moon with the house, and you will see that yes, this person can be involved in this field, or I can say I am involved in these fields, so it's going to support you. But in general, if you just connect the karak tattva of Moon, so you may do good in such fields. Okay, you are going to see that the fields which are ruled by planet Moon, okay, they are going to, like, if you just do something related to that, or you just connect them in your profession, then it's going to be good. And especially if you're somehow 10th lord is also showing your, like even your career is also showing in your chart overall the same direction, which is related to the karak tattva of moon, and your 9th lord become moon, then I considered it to be a very good thing, because then your career can be in the same direction. Let's say your 10th lord is showing that yes, this person will have to travel for his work to foreign countries, and moon is also the significator of traveling. So maybe let's say you start a tourist agency or something that's going to work out for you, so that may also possible. Let's say this person is showing that this person, like your chart is showing that this person have to do something related to the food, okay, and then moon is also showing that. So then it's going to be again your luck start to, let's say you open a restaurant and you have such placement, your luck start to support you there, and so all these things you have to see. Now of course there are thousands of other things that you can also see in your chart, but this is one of them. You get some idea that yes, these are the thing. Okay, that's why I'm creating this video, to get some idea that yes, what are the things that if I do or if I add in my current profession, so I could get some benefits from my luck, right? I would like to add for the moon that moon age is 24. So you will see that when your 9th lord become moon, when you have a sign of Cancer in the 9th house, so your luck will start to support you after 24. Once you turn 24, you will start to see supportive luck. That could also possible. Lord become moon, so maybe in some cases, maybe you see people even work related to, because moon naturally rule the 4th house, so maybe the land, property, or such kind of a work, even something related to the liquids, even to some extent working for non-governmental organization, NGOs. In some cases maybe you see people are connected to the agriculture, farming, all these kind of a moon related signification. So yeah, these things could also be seen when moon become your 9th lord. If you connect with such things, maybe you will get the benefit from such field as well. Maybe your bhagya or luck will support you in such fields. So this is all about the moon. Now let's talk about the sun. If your 9th lord becomes sun, which means in your 9th house you have the sign of Leo in your 9th house, so your 9th lord becomes sun. So in that case, what's going to happen? Again, if this 9th lord is making some Kendra Trikon Raj Yogas, and let's say 9th lord is in 9th house, which is like a strong position, maybe is connected with the 10th lord, maybe in the 10th house, or making any Kendra Trikon Raj Yogas, okay, it's well placed, then it's going to be a very good placement for you. Okay, then it also show that if you do something related to the sun. So what are the things which could be you connect with the sun? Sun, first of all, whenever we talk about the sun, especially for you when you have Leo sign in the sign of in the 9th house, it's Sula is sun. So sun is first of all government, in the king, the government, anything to do with the government, or it's not only the government job. People think that, oh, sun is like only the government job. No, it's not. Nowadays you see so many professions which are connected to the government. Even people are individually, like they are like as a freelancer working for the government somehow, they're just sitting at the home having some contract working for them. That could also be seen. Like they, let's say for an example, you have some knowledge, okay, and one day you just somehow you just working, and one day you just somehow meet someone, and due to that person you just get this government contract, that you are going to work for this government agency, and you have 9th lord as the sun. So you will start to see that after that your bhagya luck rises. Okay, maybe even you get fame through that, because sun is also the for the fame, sun is very important. Yeah, in sun that could also possible. Even to some extent sun also represent like a CEO, doing of your own business and all that kind of stuff, like being your own boss. So that could also possible with sun, that if you do things like that, so it will start to support you. Okay, now again, if let's say your 10th lord is also somehow showing that yes, you could do something to do with the government, all that kind of stuff, so that could possible that yes, you could get some work regarding that. So all the other placement, I would say, is of course important to see. For that, full horoscope consultation is required. But let's say, for an example, maybe, some let's say, just, uh let's say if you have the sign of Leo in the fifth house, your 10th lord become Mercury. So let's say Sun, Mercury are sitting into the mm, uh 10th house. So maybe you get a government job in the finance related field, maybe in some financial institution. Let's say, maybe even depending upon other placement, let's say you become a finance minister, or let's say you become a bank high ranking officers. So that could also possible. A lot of other things could be possible, because it's, if ninth lord goes Sun in the 10th house with the 10th lord Mercury, it make a RashiWho as well. So yeah, that's how you see it. Okay, but here my main thing is that you get some idea that, okay, my ninth lord is Sun. If I'm going to connect that in my profession, I'm going to see some boost. Okay, or at least you can try. Okay, that's what my main motive here is, right? Now the age of Sun is 21. So you will see, if you have ninth lord Sun, so after 21 you start to see that whether you are going to, like, see that maybe your luck start to support you after you turn 21. Okay, that could be possible with such thing. So now let's say if your ninth house has, like, as I told you, like, your ninth lord becomes Saturn, sign which is Saturn. If your ninth lord becomes Saturn, which means in your ninth house you have the sign of like the Aquarius or the sign of Capricorn. Okay, so as per that, which ascendant you become, I just like show that in the screen. I think it's Gemini and Taurus, right? But still I show that ascendant in the screen. But you have to simply see that in your ninth house, if you have the sign of Aquarius or the sign of Capricorn, then as per that, what are the things that's going to support you, we will see that. Okay, if you have Aquarius or Capricorn in the ninth house, which means 11 or 10 number is written in your ninth house, so your ninth lord becomes Saturn. In that case, what's going to happen? If you just relax and sit down, what is the first signification of Saturn that come in your mind? That if your ninth lord becomes Saturn, what should be the first thing? Saturn represents service industry, and service doesn't mean job. People is connected with the job, no, right? Saturn represent giving any kind of services. Like, I'm giving my services to you for by giving consultations. A lawyer is giving his services. I repeat that again and again in many examples. And like, a doctor is giving his service, any other person is giving his service. Now of course, if a person is doing a job, he's doing a service as well. But the point is, anyone who is giving, a mechanic is giving his services to you by repairing your bike or car or whatever. So maybe a person who is going to repair your AC, your air conditioner, is going to give you service, right? So that's how things work out. So that's what Saturn is all about, giving any kind of services, seva. Okay, Saturn is all about services and seva. So if you have anyway in ninth lord Saturn, you should connect yourself with the service industry. So maybe you provide services to any clients, maybe you make your own business. Even Saturn also represents big industries, the people who are the owner of big industries, oil, refineries, a lot of other signification. Saturn even literally represents many big things, because Saturn also represents iron and all that kind of stuff. So people who have big industries are also like connected to the Saturn, So maybe your luck will support you in those fields, but at least you will see the services. Okay, any kind of a services if someone provide, that is connected to the this ninth lord Saturn. If you connect yourself, you will see that once you connect with these things, if somehow 10th lord is also maybe connecting, then you will see that yes, your bhagya will start to support you. And even let's say you do search engine optimization, you start to give your SEO services, you will see that yes, you are getting the benefit. You are going to give your digital marketing services, yes, depending upon other placement of the chart, maybe you will start to see good in rise in the luck. In such placement, you may also possible that the people who can reach at the top at like the CEO positions or very high position in the job could also possible with such Saturn. Saturn basic nature is service. Now depending upon combination, maybe Saturn Mars connected show maybe technical field, Saturn Mercury maybe something to do with education, Jupiter Mars Saturn, Jupiter Saturn even in some kind of lawyer also, or maybe giving astrological services also. So depending upon your chart, for that full horoscope consultation is required. Links are given in the description if you want to purchase. So depending upon the whole charts, the things will be decided, but you will see, but again, the placement of Saturn, where it is placed, if it's placed in the Kentrikona, making any kind of Raj Yoga, that also play important role. If your 10th lord is somehow connected, so that the direction of your bhagya and career could be same, then it's like a good thing. So that's how I see it. So if in general, but one thing you will see, if your ninth lord becomes Saturn, which means you have the sign of Aquarius or the Capricorn in the ninth house, so in that case, giving services, any kind of service related thing, service industry is considered to be a very good for you guys. So yeah, we consider the age of the Saturn. So Saturn age is considered to be 36. So in this, there is one thing that yes, if your ninth lord becomes Saturn, so you will see delay in your bhagya there, delay in your luck support you, which is around 36. Once you turn 36, that's when your luck start to support you more. Okay. So guys, this is all about your luck, your bhagya, your fortune. So as per your ninth lord, I want you to see and then comment in the comment section below that if you find something good here, if you are able to connect it, that yes, I have ninth lord this, and yes, I am connected with this, and that when I connect this with my profession, I get some benefit. So whatever your experience are after like watching this video, kindly like share this in the comment section below. So this is all about this consultation. I will catch you in the next video soon. Till then, bye bye, my beautiful girls and my handsome boys.